Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, shocked the world not just with his music but with his very presence. Born in Tupelo, Mississippi on January 8, 1935, Elvis was more than just a singer. He was a cultural phenomenon. His story is one of rags to riches, combining country, blues, and gospel to create a sound that captivated millions. Elvis's journey began humbly, in a small house with his parents Vernon and Gladys. From an early age, music was his escape, his solace. He learned to play the guitar and found his voice in church choirs, blending the sounds of his soul with the rhythms of the South. His first recordings were made in 1954 at Sun Records, a small label in Memphis, Tennessee, owned by Sam Phillips. It was here that Elvis's unique sound started to take shape, a mix that no one had heard before. Sun Records was the launchpad for Elvis's career. It was a place where black and white music collided, creating something entirely new. The label's founder, Sam Phillips, had a vision: to create the most popular record in the world. He believed in giving black artists a platform and saw potential in the young Elvis. The first single, Heartbreak Hotel, released in 1956, was a hit. It wasn't just the music, it was Elvis's image that set him apart. His hairstyle, his suits, his confident swagger, everything about him was new. As Elvis's popularity grew, so did the controversies. His tight jeans and sleeveless shirts were seen as too provocative for the time. But it was his performances, particularly on The Ed Sullivan Show in 1956, that truly captured the nation's attention. Millions tuned in, witnessing the king of rock and roll perform with an energy that was infectious. His voice, raw and powerful, combined with his charismatic stage presence, made him a force to be reckoned with. Elvis's music was a fusion of genres, drawing from country, blues, and gospel. Songs like Jailhouse Rock and Hound Dog became instant classics, topping charts and selling millions. But it wasn't just his hits that defined him, it was his ability to evolve. He ventured into film, starring in movies like Viva Las Vegas and King Creole. Each role, each song, pushed the boundaries of what was possible. However, Elvis's rise to fame wasn't without its challenges. The military draft in 1958 took him away from the spotlight for a time, but his return in 1960 was met with even greater enthusiasm. His return album, Elvis, sold over 1 million copies in just a few days. The 1960s saw him experiment with different sounds, from soul to spiritual music, showing his versatility and deep musical roots. Despite his success, Elvis faced criticism and scrutiny. Some saw him as a symbol of the changing times, while others viewed him as a threat to traditional values. Yet he continued to perform, touring relentlessly and recording prolifically. His influence extended beyond music, affecting fashion, film, and popular culture. Elvis was more than a musician, he was a cultural icon. His personal life, too, became part of the legend. Marriages came and went, and rumors swirled about his lifestyle and health. But on stage, Elvis remained the ultimate showman. His concerts were electric, filled with high-energy performances and heartfelt ballads. In 1977, at the age of 42, Elvis Presley died, leaving behind a legacy that would never fade. The impact of Elvis's music and persona continues to be felt today. Generations have grown up listening to his songs, inspired by his courage to be different. From rock and roll to country and beyond, Elvis's influence is everywhere. His ability to bridge divides and bring people together through music remains a testament to his genius. In the end, Elvis Presley didn't just change music, he changed the world. Ray Connolly wrote a book called Being Elvis, A Lonely Life, which tells the story of his friendship with Elvis Presley. This book dives deep into the highs and lows of being close to one of the most famous musicians in history. Let's explore some key parts of this book and Connolly's life story. Ray and Elvis met when Ray was just a young man. They became close friends, sharing many experiences together. Ray was part of a band that Elvis liked, which is how they first connected. Their friendship took them on adventures like traveling to Germany together, where they spent time making music and enjoying each other's company. One of the joys of their friendship was the music they made. Ray even helped write songs with Elvis. This shows how their bond went beyond just being friends. It was about creating something beautiful together. However, their relationship wasn't without challenges. Ray wrote a book, Break with Elvis and What Happened, where he shares tough times, especially around Elvis's final days. This book helps people understand what happened during those difficult moments. Ray also wrote about Elvis's struggles, particularly with drugs. Elvis had a hard time with addiction, which affected him deeply. Ray saw firsthand how this impacted Elvis's life and health. Despite these challenges, Ray remained loyal to Elvis, even visiting him when Elvis was married in Las Vegas, a place known for quick weddings. This visit happened around the same time as Elvis's wedding, showing how close their friendship was. After Elvis passed away, Ray's life changed a lot. He struggled but kept going, eventually writing more books and working on films and TV shows about music. He even made a movie called Stardust, which tells the story of Buddy Holly, another famous musician who, like Elvis, had a short but brilliant career. Ray's life after Elvis was marked by both sadness and creativity. He kept Elvis's memory alive through his writing and work. It's like when you have a favorite toy that you carry with you always, even after it's no longer new. Ray carried Elvis's memory with him, honoring their friendship and the music they made together. In addition to writing, Ray dabbled in acting. He wrote screenplays and acted in TV shows and films, including Honky Tonk Heroes and Forever Young. These projects allowed him to stay connected to the world of entertainment, much like Elvis did for him. Throughout his life, Ray connected with other musicians and artists. He worked with famous people like Sonny West, who was a friend of Elvis's, and Kitty White, who was in a band with Elvis for a short time. These connections show how the music world is full of intertwined stories and friendships. Ray's journey after Elvis shows resilience. Even though he faced a lot, he kept creating and sharing his story. His books and works remind us of the importance of friendship, loyalty, and the power of music to bring people together and keep memories alive. In the end, Ray Connolly's story is not just about Elvis. It's about a man who lived a life filled with music, love, and loss. His work helps us understand a piece of history and the personal side of one of the most iconic figures in music.